Dr. Galen Detrik. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I am a dentist.
Dr. Davina Detrik, living in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I am a dentist.
We've really taken a different approach to dentistry than really anyone else in the market. We have a concierge practice that we've developed over the last couple of years, where we fly clients in from out of state as well as here in the state, and we focus entirely on them and their care. So it's instead of 30 to 40 new patients a month and 20 patients a day, we have one patient and 3 to 4 of those a month.
I was 7 months pregnant and I stopped practicing clinically because I was too big and couldn't really do it anymore. And that's when we had decided to really take our model and see if we could teach other people how to do it.
I always loved doing things with my hands. My dad is a contractor, home builder, and so I grew up working on job sites with him.
I became a dentist because it was my first job in high school. I started working at a dental office, and I'm from a town of 8,000 people. So we have one dentist in town who is my dentist since I was a kid, and they said, go talk to him, and I went and talked to him and his wife, and they offered me a summer job. And I started doing that, and I really loved it. Experience going through EPM was, it was intense. It was a lot of work, and Marisa was very upfront about saying, you're going to put in the time to make this happen. And the other thing that I kept focusing on, because it was a lot of work, was her saying, it's only 8 weeks. Like, you can do this for 8 weeks. So in my head, I'm like, okay, I know this isn't lasting a year. If I give it everything I've got for 8 weeks, let's see what happens. And she was also really great about saying, as long as you do what I tell you to, and we will support you when we have coaches on staff, this will happen. So to me, it was like, okay, all I have to do is show up and do the work, and I know I can do that.
My favorite part was that it works. It just flat out works. We have built 3 companies since the start of it, each of them successful, and really our first business is only 8 months old. And we've achieved levels of income and time in our life that we didn't think were possible. And we just, truly, if you had asked us 8 months ago, there'd been no way. We would expect to be where we are right now.
Our lives were totally different.
And now to be able to share that same experience that we've had going through EPM with our students and to connect them, where they have our cell phone numbers and they have become like family. That was the experience that we had in EPM.
Within EPM, within that 8-week period, we made $64,000. And at the end of that launch, so outside of the 8 weeks, we made a little over $100,000. To date, we've ran 2 more classes on top of the first class, totaling our entire income from the start of EPM to today to $270,000.
It's been a rush.
We love working with Marisa.
We love.
Marisa, I think, is just one of those people that she teaches amazing content, and she's also an amazing example. So a lot of what we learn is just by watching how she conducts business. She has a path laid out for us, and our job is to get on it and continue to take the steps that she's asking us to take. And you don't always get this much access to your coach. Like being able to say, hey, I'm dealing with this, or what do you think about this? And being able, like, she's available. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that we know she's on our team. The most incredible thing about having an online business is being able to connect and serve people all over the world, which we wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity. Usually dentistry is pretty limited to the area that you live. And now we have people literally all over the world that we get to connect to and serve. And we also have a flexibility in our schedule that we would have never otherwise had if we had traditional brick and mortar dental practice, which means that we can take our kids to school, we can take them to swim lessons, we can go for a walk together in the afternoon, that we can actually have life today.
Each kid's different. So we have an 8.5-year-old and an 8.5-month-old. So our son is 8.5 years old. He's full of life, full of energy, always wanting to do some sort of activity. So for him, it's a lot of playing soccer in the park across the street, tossing the football, pillow fights, wrestling. He likes to do anything and everything. And then our little one, who's 8.5 months old, she's just gotten into swim lessons. So we've done that for a couple of weeks now, and it's just fun being able to, and that's on Monday mornings.
My mindset has completely changed with EPM because it destroyed the ideas of what I thought were possible. In a really short amount of time, we were able to create a business, we were able to generate sales, and we were able to scale that business. I think that one step is like, what else is possible now? Is there more things that I think can't be done that actually can?
It's a strange place to be because we're working so hard in certain areas of our life to continue to scale. And there's a natural fatigue that kind of comes with that, just physically. But my mind it's almost 10x'd in terms of what it's able to take on now.
I think for me it's that excitement where today we're getting to do this and film, and in a couple of weeks we are going to London to film segments for our class. I mean, these are not normal things that dentists get to do.
Especially with our latest class, we've had applications from literally all over the world. Dubai to Yemen to Canada, Brazil, all over the world. And that's pretty cool because when we first started out, it was all the States. We actually did have a student from Puerto Rico. That was pretty cool. But it was the first go, and then the second go we started to kind of increase the international realm, and now to see it being this global application process, honestly, it's a little shocking. It just is. But yeah, it's people all over the world now. And you do feel like they're friends. You feel like they're family. We're planning something really special for them in January, February of next year, of bringing everyone together in a common space. And I think that'll be the next level for us, is actually being able to see and meet these people who we've only known digitally, for so long. Yeah,
I would say do it. If you know that you can show up and that you can show up for 8 weeks, then you have everything in place. With Marisa, with all of the coaches, everything that they give you to make this a reality, I would say do it. We obviously have zero regrets. We've continued to work with Marisa and Murray, and this could literally be the decision that changes your entire life.